Welcome. We created Press Pause Online to give people a space for some moments of quiet and calm in the middle of the day. It's easy to get caught up in the flow of our lives, the flow of the day, in routine or in busyness, and lose contact with our bodies, our hearts, our minds. So we are now taking this moment together to reconnect and to just being here together. Before we begin, I acknowledge with respect the traditional custodians of my country, land of the Buddha and Huron. Please bring that to mind now. I pay my respects to the elders, past, present, and emerging, and I'm grateful for their care of this land. May we all walk gently on it together. Now bringing ourselves into this space consciously, into this here, into this now. Finding a comfortable position, 20 minutes. It can be sitting or lying down. And as we settle in, closing our eyes or leaving them open, whatever feels most comfortable. Just tuning into the sound of the water and the bells that we can hear. Connecting to that resonance and allowing that resonance to fill the body. So feel that the feet on the floor or the heels on the floor, the lower legs and the upper legs, the pelvis, the bottom as you're sitting on the chair, any points of contact with the floor or with the furniture. Feel those points of contact. Feel the belly, the chest and the upper back, the shoulders, going down the arms, upper arms and the lower arms, into the hands and the fingers. Feel like the whole body softly resonating with the sound of the chimes, the sound of the bells, the throat and the neck, the back of the head, the face, the forehead. Feel the whole body start to resonate with the sound, almost like each sound is striking on the body, and you are the bell that is sounding, or like a tuning fork that's been struck, and there's this gentle vibration. Resting into that sense of resonance. And noticing that we can resonate because there is space in the body, space in the head. And notice where that resonance meets the floor or the feet in contact with the earth. And connecting with this sense of the solidity and warmth, support of the earth. As our bodies resonate like an empty bell just allowing the body to naturally uncover this basic stability of earth, always available, and this hum or resonance, the energy of life, vibrating through the whole body. Turning our attention now to the sound of the water. We can also hear this trickling, releasing the focus on the resonance and sensing into that sound of water. We can imagine ourselves as a creek bed or a river bed, and just allow that sound of the water to completely flow through the whole body. Creek, warm water flowing through from the soles of the feet, up the legs, through the legs, through the pelvis, through the lower belly, the chest, the back, flowing through the head and out through the top of the head. So there's this gentle current of a watery flow, flowing in through the soles of the feet, flooding the body, and flowing out through the top of the head. Just noticing the warmth, the liquidity. It's filling every part of the body. So that the whole body becomes this conduit for this clear, warm water to flow. As we rest deeper into this, we can release the sense of being the riverbed or the creek bed, and instead just allow that flowing itself to flood the whole body. So there is a sense of there is only flow. There's this dynamic movement, natural flow that is the body. The breath is like a liquid It just deepens and joins the currents inside the chest. That natural flow. With every breath growing more and more fluid. There's nothing in the way. If there's any density or heaviness or stuckness in the body, allow this flow to just gently soften and release. And if there are parts of our experience that are really solid and stuck and resist the flow, as there can be in any creek or river or even ocean, simply allow that solidity to be there and let the flow of water just flow around it naturally. Nothing can impede the fluidity in the natural flow. The beauty of water is its dynamic nature. It can adapt to anything. And slowly over time, it wears away even the most solid rock, the most solid cliff face. The most solid sunken ship. All of it gets worn gently and softly away by the power of the flow. We're allowing our whole bodies to trust in that flow, even if there's heaviness or solidity or density. Allow attention to settle instead on the uninterrupted flow, this water element that is so much of our being. We are water, which means we too know how to flow, how to move in harmony, how to adapt. How to give life. That's our nature. Feeling into the biology of our body, even we can find further trust, blood that's circulating around our veins through the arteries, carrying precious nutrients and carrying away toxins. This flow of blood that's constant and continuous throughout the body. The flow of water and the flow of the blood mingling together. The constant movement of our own bodies, this ceaseless supporting of life that is endless in our system, is also just this natural flow. We recognize this sound, the sound of the water, the sound of echoing, the sound of resonance from our earliest times inside the body of our mother, when that was our sonic world. We were born into this floating space that was liquid, that was supporting us, that was nurturing us, growing us. We were weightless, we were held, we were given life. That's still a somatic reality in our bodies. This earliest stage of life when we were unformed and forming moment to moment from liquidity, from water, resting in the fluids that gave us our being. Surrounded by warmth, nurtured, supported, and given all we needed to form and to grow. We're connecting now with that deep layer of our somatic experience. The most fundamental, life-giving genesis that all of us came from. So invoking that into our present experience as we connect with this quality of fluidity, of nourishment, of dynamic flow that's always present in our bodies. Recognizing that as our nature, as an aspect of being that we always have access to. And feeling through that most fundamental fluidity of being, the current fluidity of being, imagery or reference points to just flow away until we feel as if we are floating in a vast ocean. Released into a supportive, warm, nourishing, immense body of life. Let the whole body float in that vastness, held and released. Now starting to draw attention back from the vastness and the release. Start to gently move the fingers and the toes. returning into this physical body that's in this space and time, on the chair or on the floor. Feeling the form of that once again, shifting the weight. And as we do so, retaining this sense of the fluidity of our own being, the water element that we are. And seeing if as we start to open our eyes and emerge, seeing if we can retain some sense of that capacity to flow, to be flow, as we go out into the rest of our day. Thank you for being with us this week. We hope to see you again. If you wish to talk to any of the Grief Care team members, please call Grief Care 0296 466 908 or email team@griefcare.com.au.